night over Gates Chili. The school held a pep rally this afternoon in honor of the Ice Devils' 4-1 win, clinching the Monroe County Hockey Championship. Steve Lakins and Brett Wormley each scored twice for Batavia, which closes the regular season Saturday afternoon against Irondequoit. The teams will play at Brockport. You can hear all the action on WBTA. Join Paul Hamilton and Wayne Fuller beginning at 1:35 Saturday afternoon. And see last night's win in its entirety tonight right here on Cable 4 beginning at 7 o'clock. The weather for the Cable 4 viewing area, partly cloudy but very cold tonight, an overnight low near 9 degrees. Cloudy with some flurries tomorrow and a high of 24 for Sunday. Sunny but still chilly with a high of 21. And that's hometown news for Friday, February 13th, 1987. Remember to listen to 1490 Radio, WBTA, and WBTF 101.7 FM for news of the Genesee Country. And our thanks to WYSL Radio 1030 for news from Livingston County. That's hometown news. I'm Jim Pierce reporting. Good night.
You've been watching Hometown News, reported by WBTA WBTF News Director Jim Pierce. Hometown News, highlights of today's important news events in the Cable 4 viewing area. It's a nightly presentation of Genesee County Cablevision and WBTA WBTF Radio News in Batavia. Join us again at 5:50 p.m. Monday through Friday for Hometown News. We'd appreciate your comments. Phone 344-2186 or 1-800-462-2667.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Lakeshore Arena as both teams are on the ice. Because a win means they clinch their first title ever in the Monroe County Division I. Actually, before there were even any divisions, they've never won one. And Wayne Fuller, that makes it quite nice for Ron Setzer and his boys right tonight.
Well, the object tonight is to just go out and win the game. And by winning the game, you automatically win the division. You don't even have to worry about what happens on Saturday. Much like the New York Mets faced in game number 6 of the National League Championship Series, they don't have to face Scott if they win game 6. And that's what the Ice Devils are doing tonight. They don't have to face Irondequoit beating Gates Chili tonight. A win clinches it. A tie still leaves Irondequoit in.
Okay, we'll be back with more on the pregame show after this. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA. Fuller and Wayne, Batavia has handled Gates Chili both times this year by a score of 19-1 and by a score of 5-3 last Saturday. Last Saturday it was kind of a strange game. A lot for an important game as it was. There were a lot of dumb penalties on both sides, but Batavia only did it for like a period and a little bit, and then Gates Chili did it for the whole rest of the game. It was just ridiculous, and Gates Chili, I think, took themselves right out of the game.
Including the last 2 minutes when they were down only by a goal. Batavia scored on the power play to make it a 5-3 game. I think Gates is going to be a worthy opponent tonight. This is the first time it's being played here at Lakeshore, which is in effect Gates Chili's home rink. They play most of their games here, so that's going to be an advantage. They are the home team, meaning they have the last change tonight. By the way, Batavia, when they play Irondequoit at Brockport on Saturday, will be the home team. And that'll be a little advantage to Batavia. You
know, in the NHL, when they have home-and-home series, like consequently what we're doing right here with Gates Chili, they sometimes turn into rough affairs. And the game in Batavia, you know, there was a lot of rough hitting. There was a little bit of dirty plays. Some people took some dumb penalties on both sides, although Gates, as I said, when it counted, really piled up the dumb penalties. And it'll be interesting to see if this turns into a rough game or, you know, if tempers flare or if they're going to stick to being playing hockey. It's such an important game for Batavia.
Well, Gates has always played Batavia tough and vice versa. They've always been hard-fought games. Other than the 19-1 game in the last 4 seasons, they've all been close games, 1 or 2 goals. Matter of fact, Gates Chili once beat Batavia by scoring with 4 seconds left here at Lakeshore. That was 3 seasons ago, and that's almost ancient history at this point. But Gates has always been a good opponent for Batavia, other than the 19-1 game.
Wayne, another thing I wanted to bring up, it was interesting. I was walking down in the corridor out here at Lakeshore, is eavesdropping, coffee clutching on some conversations, and some people in this Rochester area, they kind of begrudge Batavia. They don't want to give Batavia their due. I was hearing things like, well, they play all their games at home, and da-da-da-da-da. And I guess when you look at it, that's not exactly true, is it?
It's less true this year. A couple years ago, it was quite true. Last year, it was not quite as true, and this year, it's not true at all. The Ice Devils have played 18 league games, will have played 18 league games. 9 of those have been at Mancuso Memorial Ice Arena, Batavia Ice Arena. 3 will have been at Brockport, 2 at Geneseo, and 4 here. Breaks down to 9 at Batavia and 9 the other way.
So, you know, how much more even can it get? So, I mean, I think people here in the Rochester area, just because Batavia is on the verge of winning their first championship, are got to make excuses why they're doing it.
Well, they don't know. Number one, they have no idea. I'm sure that they don't actually sit down and say, oh, let's count them out here. They just think Batavia plays all their games at home.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess everybody's going to have to live with it if you're a Batavia fan.
Go home, farm boys, as Rondequoit says.
Yeah, and Gates Charlie has a pretty good contingent here tonight. And the teams are just about set, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's game after this. You're listening to High School Hockey on WBTA. Good evening once again. Tonight's hockey game is being brought to you by Pepsi, Dr. Ross Fanera, the Eagle Hotel, Big Daddy's Ale House, ABC Glass, the Genesee Country Mall, Sonny's Restaurant, Genesee Farms, Alberti's Drugstore, Wendy's, Attica Lumber, Metropolitan Life, George Smith Motors, Superior Satellite, Major Muffler, and Andy's Auto Service. I'm Paul Hamilton with Wayne Fuller, and Wayne, the teams are set to go. Batavia looking for their first championship ever in the Monroe County League.
Well, 45 minutes stands between Batavia and that championship and the Gates Charlie Spartans.
Steve Lakins, along with Tony Tresco and Brett Wormley, will be starting for Batavia. Batavia controls the draw, and they give the puck away at center ice. Gates Charlie will go the other way. Fiola shoots it in for Charlie. Going back to get it is Fiola and Schrader. Schrader tries to get it out in the left wing boards and can't do it. Schrader still with the puck. Now Fiola intercepts it in the right wing corner, gets it out in front of the net. Nobody home, and Brett Wormley starts the other way. Wormley just shoots it out to center ice, intended for Tresco. Tresco will race Tarmino, and Tarmino rides Tresco off to play. He got it in front for Lakins, and Lakins couldn't get a shot off. And Fiola starts the other way. Now a left wing pass for Gates Charlie into the middle for Fiola. He's got a break. He's around Schrader. Schrader hauls him down. And Brett Wormley touches the puck, and Schrader will go to the penalty box for tripping. And once again, it was something that maybe Schrader had to do, Wayne Fuller. That would not constitute what you would call a silly penalty, as Fiola was in the clear, and he hauled him down to save a breakaway.
Oh, yeah. It's considering that Fiola, I believe, scored 2 breakaway goals the other night. Obviously, he knows how to do it. That was a good penalty to take. Time of the penalty, 38 seconds. So Schrader goes to the penalty box, and Gates Charlie comes on to the power play. Darrell Uplow in goal, second straight game. Darrell, the league's leading goalkeeper, with a goals against average coming into tonight's game of 2.77.
So Fiola stays out there on the power play. Moretto and Lesh will try to kill it off for Batavia, along with Havens and Frisbee. Gates Charlie gets the draw, but it goes too far on the point, and Tarmino has it at center ice. Tarmino will shoot it in for Charlie, and Luplow steers that towards the corner. Fiola into the corner is ridden off by Havens. Lesh tries to get it out around the boards. It's back to the point now for Martell. Martell shoots it towards the net. It's blocked, and Frisbee will get rid of it down the ice for Batavia. 1:10 left to go in the Gates Charlie power play. And the goaltender Palladori, who played a fine game in Batavia for Gates Charlie last Saturday, clears the puck around into the Batavia zone. Havens shoots it around the boards. Fiola gets it in the left wing boards. He now leaves the puck into the corner. Gates Charlie's Rizzo tries to get it in front of the net and can't do it. Frisbee intercepts, but it's picked off by Martell. Martell gets it into the corner now for Guadadario. Guadadario still has it, intercepted by Moretto, and he'll shoot it out.
Down to 40 seconds in the power play for Gates Charlie.
And now Teal Fowler tries to intercept, can't do it. Now he does get it at center ice. Teal Fowler will just dump it in, and Palladori will steer it towards the corner. Guadadario and Ted Lesh go into the corner boards. Lesh tried to get it in front of the net. Martell picked it off. Martell, the center ice, leads a 2-on-2 break. Martell shot, and Luplow handles that one. Brian Wormley will try to shoot it out. Martell intercepts it. Martell tries to get it back to the point. It's loose in front of the net, and Luplow will hold on with 13:01 left to go in the first period and 9 seconds left in the penalty to Scott Schrader.
Good play by Gerald Luplow, wisely covering up that loose puck. No one really around it, but Gates Charlie had already had one opportunity, and the thing to do was to cover it up.
So Teal Fowler remains out there with Fred Graney. They'll have to kill off 9 more seconds. Well, the Batavia fans have some signs ready for tonight's game.
Yeah, good. They got to get into the Lakeshore spirit.
And the puck is loose in front of the net, and it goes wide. Now trying to get it is Fideli. Fideli tries to get it back to the point. Teal Fowler intercepts and gets it out of the zone. Batavia back to full strength. Fideli shoots it back in for Gates Charlie, and Dave Prey behind his own net starts out the right side. He's checked there. Teal Fowler can't get the puck. Prey still trying to fight for that puck. And Gates Charli will try to keep it in. Intercepted by Teal Fowler. He'll wind it up behind his own net. Here comes Fowler out of his zone to the red line. Teal Fowler to the blue line. Cuts to the middle. Fowler moving in. The pass is too far for Fianacca. And Fianacca tries to get in front of the net. Palladori and Fowler are going at each other in the crease. And they break it up on their own. Back to Brian Wormley at the point. His slap shot, a screen drive, is deflected wide. Teal Fowler gets it off the net and tries to shoot it in front of the net, and he takes a hit. There's going to be a delayed penalty against Gates Charli, and it's going to be high sticking, the call, going against Yackel. And Yackel did a lot of hitting against Batavia and really did not receive any penalties, not that he should have. He was doing the clean hitting for Gates Charli last Saturday, and he did a lot of it.
He's a pretty good hockey player. This time, though, he gets caught for high sticking.
Mr. Martell and Mr. Tarmino were the ones in Batavia who were getting themselves into penalty difficulty.
And on top of it, they are the leading scorers. Martell with 37 points and Tarmino with 27. Fiola's in the middle with 32, but only 8 goals.
And now it's Frisbee back to Fowler. Fowler into the corner in front for Fianacca. They score! Joe Fianacca slipped the puck over to Brett Wormley, who put it away. A power play goal for Batavia, and they lead it by a score of 1-0.
Teal Fowler passing it over to Fianacca. Fianacca getting his 16th, beating Palladori, and Batavia's jumped ahead by a score of 1-0. Time of the goal, the 3:06 mark.
So Batavia has a 1-0 lead, and Lesh, Greg Fianacca, and Moretto come out. It was a beautiful play by Joe Fianacca across the net. And here comes Lesh leading the attack the other way. Lesh over the blue line. And Lesh tries to get it over for Moretto. Moretto in front of the net for Greg Fianacca. He tries to deflect it at Palladori. Can't do it. And now Fiola to Martell the other way. Martell for Gates Charli is stopped by Dave Prey neatly at the blue line, who shoots it out. Tarmino intercepted by Ted Lesh. Lesh coming in over the blue line for Batavia. Lesh on the left wing boards, tries to get it in front of the net, and he runs into, actually, Gates Charli player ran into Lesh, and Lesh knocked him down. Here's Dave Prey. Now a left wing pass for Greg Fianacca. Ted Lesh is not the easiest thing to knock off his skates, Wayne Fuller. He may look small, but he's not easy to knock down.
No, not in the least. That's an icing call, by the way. The faceoff will come back in the Batavia zone to the left of Darryl Luplow. No, Ted Lesh, a good stick handler, good puck control. And he's scored 15 goals this year. 15. For Fianacca, that was his 16th goal. And how about his career goals? Number 97.
He didn't score that goal, though. Brett Wormley did. He threw it across to Brett Wormley.
Oh, you said Fianacca, right?
No, I said Fianacca threw it across to Brett Wormley.
Okay, sorry about that, Joe.
He got the assist. We'll talk about his career assists in a second. Here's Teal Fowler now up over the red line. Fowler to the blue line. His slap shot, and Palladino has it in the glove, and he'll hold on. How about the assist mark? Why don't we start with that?
Well, he has 110 assists before tonight, so that's 111.
Okay, now we have it straight. So the faceoff will be to the right of Palladori. Joe Fianacca will try to take the draw. He'll have Fowler in the slot area.
That's the 23rd goal for Brett Wormley.
And Fianacca gets the draw, shoots it at Palladori, who just clears it out of the zone. A dangerous chance there for Joe Fianacca. And now Havens will shoot it in. Palladori sticks it and will shoot it into the corner. No, he shoots it up the slot. Graney intercepts. A quick shot is blocked. Into the corner for Fianacca. Tries to get it in front of the net, and Gates Charli will get rid of it. So Palladori trying to do a lot of clearing of the puck, and he's not being very successful. He just dumped it right up the slot to Graney. Now Teal Fowler down the right wing boards comes back. Fowler over the blue line. Fowler tries to cut in behind the net. He has Graney in front of the net. Fowler gets around one check. Now he's checked to the boards again. Schrader tries to keep it in, and Gates Charli will get rid of the puck. Fowler and Tarmino were going at each other a little bit at center ice. No calls there, and now Fowler's run into by Fiola. So Gates Charli obviously trying to get some pieces of Teal Fowler when the referee isn't looking. And now Fowler will shoot the puck in, and he'll go to the bench. Dave Prey will keep it in for Batavia. It's behind the net. Fiola will wind it up for Gates Charli. Fiola down the right wing boards. Sidesteps Tresco. Lakins can't keep it in. And it comes to center ice to Dave Prey. Up for Tresco in the middle. Tresco will shoot it in, and Tarmino saves it with his pads. It's loose in front. Back to the point for Prey, and Prey tried to get it across for Schrader, but he fanned on it. It comes out of the zone. Schrader, a left wing pass, is loose at center ice, and Brett Wormley will take over. Brett Wormley comes halfway into his own zone. Brett Wormley around one. Now Brett Wormley at center ice. Cuts to the middle. Brett Wormley at the blue line. He tries to get around 3 Chi-Li players. Still has the puck. He's in the right wing corner. Now to Lakins, who steers the puck towards the net. And it comes back to Frisbee. Frisbee into the corner for Lakins. Lakins has Schrader, and he tried to one-time it from the point, and he fanned on it. Now it's kept in by Frisbee. Frisbee for Tresco in front of the net for Wormley, and Palladori's seen enough, and he's going to hold on to it. And now it's a little extracurricular activity in the corner. Brett Wormley tried to get the puck loose from Palladori, and some of the Gates defensemen took exception to that. 1-0 Batavia leads it. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA. And we are back at Lakeshore Arena, and we are going to have the puck come outside the zone. It was just a little bit of play there, and one of the Batavia players skated through the crease. So it's still 1-0. The Ice Devils lead it with 8:41 left to go here in the first period.
Well, the first time in the 3 games recently that Batavia's played here, they've come away with the first goal of the game.
Now it's behind the net. Moretto for Batavia. Moretto leaves it into the corner for Greg Fianacca. Greg Fianacca tries to dump it in front, and Gates Chi-Li gets the puck and starts it the other way. They break out to center ice. It's Rizzo down the right wing boards. Rizzo tries to get around Havens and does, but Luplow makes the save. Good play by Darryl Luplow, and Batavia comes the other way, but the Gates Chi-Li defense led by Beach breaks it up. Now Lesh intercepts. Lesh goes for the corner, but Beach is there, and he'll shoot it out the left wing boards, intended for Rizzo. Rizzo gets it out of the zone, and Graney will retrieve it for Batavia at the red line. Graney shoots it into the Gates zone, but the Chi-Li defense just shoots it back to center ice where Havens is there, and Havens does not see Graney still offsides. He shoots it in. The delayed offside is right now against Batavia, but Gates Chi-Li will get a chance to clear the puck. And they do get it out to center ice. And now Yackel gets it out to center ice, but Frisbee intercepts. Frisbee, left wing pass for Fowler. Fowler couldn't get around, and Brian Wormley gets it back. Brian Wormley will just shoot it to center ice for Batavia. Graney's free down the right wing boards. Graney, the backhand drive goes wide. Fowler's taken down in front of the net, no call. Brian Wormley keeps it in. Into the corner for Fowler, back for Wormley, and it's intercepted, and it's brought back by Martell. Martell for Gates Chi-Li is sticked very nicely by Frisbee to get the puck off his stick, and Martell will just shoot it into the zone.
That was an excellent play. Frisbee came over and just poked it away. It was a 2-on-1, both really actually 2-on-2.
And now there's going to be a penalty on Frisbee in front of the net. There was a pass intended for Fiola, and Frisbee is going to go for... Well, the referee did not make a real nice call. There was either interference or holding. He did not, he wasn't very specific in his hand signal. Interference is the call. I was going to guess. I was going to say holding is what he first came up with.
Second power play opportunity for Gates Chi-Li at the 8-minute mark. 1-0 Batavia leads.
7 minutes left to go here in the first period. Batavia will have to kill off this penalty. Lesh is out there with Moretto, Schrader, and Prey. Fiola on the power play along with Guadario. Also, Muselli is on the left wing. On the points are Tarmino and Martell. A loose puck is shot by Lesh behind the net, and Prey will try to get it out. He can't do it. It's into the corner now for Guadario, and it's back to the point now Tarmino. Tarmino tries to get it across into the corner now. Back to Tarmino. Tarmino once again into the corner for Gates Chi-Li. They try to shoot it in front of the net. Martell's shot flutters wide. And now Schrader gets a pass up now for Moretto. Moretto up to center ice, tries to hit Lesh, but it's too far, but Lesh gets the puck back at his own red line. He stops. Lesh, a pass from Moretto. Moretto tries to break in over to the zone, and that was a good hit down there by Fiola. And Fiola and Moretto are rolling around, and it looks like Moretto's going to get a holding penalty. It was a nice check down there, no question about it, Wayne, by Fiola, and I did not look back to see what happened after that, but Moretto wound up with a holding penalty.
Yeah, I don't... Well, the penalty came just about at the collision time. I don't understand what the problem was. Well, Batavia's going to be 2 men short for 50 seconds. That's the bottom line.
I was watching the puck go the other way, and all of a sudden there was a penalty, and there was Fiola and Moretto still tied up inside the zone.
My first inclination was it was going to be against Fiola, but then they let play carry on.
I thought Fiola made a nice check, as I said, but I didn't watch it past that. So Batavia shorthanded now for 50 seconds.
2 men short for 50.
And it's a pass on the left wing to Martel. Martel over the blue line. Martel in the slot. Now Martel winds up with a slap shot. Luplow with the glove save, and he'll hold on.
That was headed in on the short side. And Luplow snatched it out of the air with 39 seconds left in the 2-man advantage for Gates Chili.
And now the face-off will be to the left of Darryl Luplow. Now coming on is Krenzer. Krenzer on for Gates. He'll take the face-off.
Against Fowler?
Yes, that is Teal Fowler. And it comes back for Prey, and he gets rid of it down the ice for Batavia. Palladori will hold it behind his own net, and he's going to act like the defenseman. He's going to shoot it up the boards to Martel. Martel now tries to get it Tarmino too far. Now he gets it. Tarmino passes too far for Guadaderio. Prey intercepts and just shoots it out of the zone. And now a pass once again, this time for Muselli, and Muselli will just shoot it in. Schrader blocks it, and Schrader gets it out of the zone. And now Gates once again is just going to shoot it in. Luplow's going to glove it. Schrader's going to go behind the net, and he'll once again have an opportunity to clear it, and he does. Now Fowler's at center ice, but the pass is behind him. He still might have a break. Fowler trying to go in, but a fine defensive play by Muselli to get back, knock it off his stick. Batavia right now 1 man short. Fowler for the puck for Batavia, and Tarmino takes him heavily to the boards with a nice check. And now the pass is by Martel is knocked down. Martel still tries to get it. Tarmino gets it up to center ice, and Dave Prey has it. Prey, a pass for Fowler too far. And Palladori, now a right wing pass. Gets the puck up for Fiola. Fiola for Gates Chili. Left wing pass for Yackel. Back for Fiola. Fiola will circle around, and Batavia is going to survive this 2-man short situation. Now Tarmino to Yackel. Yackel intercepted by Brian Wormley. Brian Wormley's gone over the blue line. Winds up with the shot, and it was offside. And now taking a penalty for Gates Chili. Somebody took an extra shot at Teal Fowler down there, and he's going to get a penalty for it. I think it's going to be Fiola.
Well, that was a waste of a penalty because the play was already blown dead when Fowler was ridden into the boards.
They've been taking extra shots at Teal Fowler the whole game, and they finally got caught with one of them. They're trying to get Teal to retaliate, and Teal has not done so. So, with the score 1-0, let's take a 30-second timeout. You were listening to High School Hockey on WBTA.
They look good on.
But every now and then, somebody walks through that door with a story you could make a movie out of. A real original. I've heard 1,000 of them. That's why I'm sticking. The way I see it, there's always something new.
And we're back here at Lakeshore Arena. Batavia on the power play. Lakin's behind the net, shoots it in front, but Rizzo gets rid of it for Gates Chili. And Teal Fowler will retrieve it in his own zone. Fowler now for Frisbee. Frisbee up to center ice, and that's knocked down by Rizzo, and Rizzo will carry on for Gates. He's hit by Fianacca, rather. And now Brett Wormley will go in against Tarmino. Wormley gets the puck in front of the net for Fianacca, and he shot it wide. Fianacca was cruising the slot. Lakins back for Fowler. His slap shot, that's blocked in front. And shooting it into his own bench is Mike Moran for Gates Chili with 43 seconds left in the Batavia power play.
That was a bad play by Moran. He had plenty of time. He could have cleared it down the ice. He cleared it into the bench, therefore the puck stays in the zone.
Good opportunity for Batavia, but Joe Fianacca couldn't get it teed up correctly and just missed the net. So, but Fowler still remains out on the point with Prey. Actually, what you have out there right now is 5 forwards on the power play, although the last few games Prey has been playing defense, but he's been a forward all season until the last few games when John Roach went down. And now it's Brett Wormley for Batavia up over the blue line. Wormley down the left wing boards. Brett Wormley tries to get it back for Joe Fianacca and does. Fianacca on the left wing boards. Now back to the point for Teal Fowler. Teal Fowler, he's looking into the corner for Lakins. Lakins tries to get it in front. Lakins cuts in front, and he stopped there. And now Gates Chili will intercept the puck, and they come the other way. But Teal Fowler tries to hit it off Moran's stick, but Moran does get it out. Lakins, a pass for Prey now for Lakins. Lakins up over the blue line. Lakins drops it for Brett Wormley. Brett Wormley, and that puck is knocked off his stick. Brett Wormley into the corner, tries to get it to Lakins. In front of the net for Fianacca. Brett Wormley still has it on the right wing boards. Gates is back to full strength. Now behind the net for Lakins, and it's intercepted, and Gates will get rid of it. They were not aware they were back to full strength. And with 3:07 left to go in the first period, Batavia 1-0. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA. 1-2, okay. Rena Batavia putting some pressure on. Palladino gets rid of it, or not Palladino, he's one of our disc jockeys. Palladori, rather, gets rid of it. And Gates Chili, Tarmino finally gets the puck out of the zone. Martel comes out to center ice, to the blue line. His wrist shot goes wide. It goes back into the corner. Greg Fianacca, and he takes an elbow in there. And no call on that. Fiola on that one. And now Batavia gets it out of the zone to Moretto. Moretto for Batavia. Knocked back, and now shot back in by Beach, intercepted by Moretto. And Moretto hits it towards the net. It bounces out in front, but Martel takes it. Martel for Gates Chili, kept in by Brian Wormley. Brian Wormley towards the net, and that is shot is blocked in front. Tarmino tries to get it around. 3 players laying on the ice as they jam up. Joe Fianacca in the corner in front for Graney. Graney can't get a stick on it. Pelladori shot it back out towards the point, and now Gates Chili will come the other way. Wayne Pelladori really handling the puck a lot tonight, and sometimes giving it right to Batavia up the slot area.
But he's only been burned once, and that really wasn't his fault.
And now Schrader is injured at the blue line as he and Tarmino ran into each other. And now the referee is yelling over the Batavia bench, telling him to keep quiet over there. 1:42 left to go here in the first period. Schrader's okay. He's up and skating.
Batavia leading 1-0. Brett Wormley scoring his 23rd at the 3:06 mark of the game. We're both in good shape with colds. The colds just keep coming and coming and coming this year.
Except you have a cough button and I don't, so I have to whip the headphones off real quick if I want to. And now Frisbee will shoot it out to center ice for Graney. Graney leads the attack for Batavia down the left wing boards. Graney shoots it towards the net. Palladori makes the save, and he tries to get it back in front of the net. Schrader back at the point. His shot goes wide. Graney on the left wing boards. Graney back to the point for Frisbee. Frisbee shoots it into the corner towards Fowler. Fowler gets it behind the net to Joe Fianacca. In front, his pass is blocked. Schrader keeps it in for Frisbee. Frisbee just dumps it behind the net. Moran tries to get it out for Gates, but Fowler intercepts. Now Rizzo tries to get the puck from Fowler on the boards. And a couple of heavy checks in there on a couple of Batavia players. And now Gates tries to get it out the other way. It's Rizzo. Rizzo is intercepted by Schrader. His shot goes wide. Palladori didn't even see it, I don't think. And now Gates finally gets it out the other way, and they have a one-on-one. It's Fideli. Fideli against Schrader. He goes wide. Schrader, a fine defensive move, forcing Fideli wide and forcing him behind the net. Now Teal Fowler will try to get a break the other way. Graney racing with Fowler. Palladori comes out. Graney intercepts. He's got a wide-open net and a fine save by Tarmino. And there's going to be a roughing penalty against Gates Chili, but Tarmino, Wayne Fuller saved a goal right there.
He definitely did, Paul. Palladori was still out and down for the count. And the shot was taken, and it was saved by Tarmino with a stick. If he'd have saved it by covering up with a hand, it would have been a goal.
I don't think it would have mattered because I think the roughing penalty is going to go against Teal Fowler. Well, while they sort it out, let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA.
Is it too late to talk business?
It is past my bedtime, but...
Tough guy, huh?
Yeah, but I got a soft spot for clients with cash. Every once in a while, somebody walks through that door with a story you could make a movie out of. A real original. Yeah, the way I see it, there's always something new.
Batavia once again is 2 men short as one McGraney or Fowler got a roughing, the other got an unsportsmanlike conduct. As the period running out here with 12 seconds, Gates Charlie with a 2-man power play. Fiola behind the net. And now Brian Wormley will try to get it out for Batavia. He gets the puck down the left wing boards and he shoots it out to center ice. And that will be the end of the first period with the score. Batavia 1 and Gates Charlie nothing. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA.
Sinclair. Mary Sinclair.
What can I do for you, Miss Sinclair?
It's my husband. He left town last week on business. I got a call. Car trouble. He was going to thumb a ride to a nearby town. That was 3 days ago.
Something about her story made me think this was hubby's last road trip.
I recall.
But then, she gives me the lowdown on a pair of gun-toting glamour types. To top it all, she hands me a sob story about her little sister in New York with man trouble. One question. Is this on the level?
I never lie on an empty stomach.
I thought to myself, if I get lucky, I might find her husband. If I get real lucky, I might not. It sounded like something straight out of a Hollywood movie. A real original. Yeah. The way I see it, there's always something new.
First of all, your thoughts on that first period. 1-0, Batavia leads it.
Well, again, Batavia carried most of the play. The puck was in the Gates Charlie end most of the period, except during the power play opportunities, which there were quite a few for Gates Charlie. They've had now two-man advantages. They had a solo power play, but Batavia had 2 power plays and scored the only goal on one of the power plays. Brett Wormley, his 23rd from Fowler and Fianacca at 3:06, while Yacko was in the penalty box. And right at the end of the period, Graney and Fowler, one of them took the initial penalty, the other one for unsportsmanlike conduct, and Batavia's 2 men short now for another 55 seconds when we begin period number 2. And you thought initially it was against Gates Charlie.
I did too, and you're exactly right. I thought it was. If it was roughing, I guess the PA system is broken here. I'm assuming right now those penalties were for roughing and unsportsmanlike conduct. Those would be classified in the silly category if indeed there was roughing. You know, in hockey, sometimes referees see things that maybe aren't really there, so I can't comment. I didn't see if Graney or Teal Fowler, whoever was involved, actually did that, and I'm not down there to hear what was said down there. But if indeed one of them did take a shot at a Gates player in retaliation, Teal Fowler has taken a lot of guff out here tonight. They have been going after him. The referee's not looking. As soon as the referee's not looking, boom, he gets a stick, he gets a punch, he gets something, and he's been holding his cool very well in the first period.
But anyway, at the end of the period, he took a 1.5-minute penalty. Now, he was over there with Polidori, wasn't he? Was that to recreate? Polidori came way out of the net to get the loose puck. Was that him chasing it down, or was it Graney?
Graney and Fowler, they both kind of converged together over on the boards. That's why I can't be sure which one got which penalty because of what had happened. As I said, they both converged on that side, and it was almost impossible to tell. The only thing I was going by is Graney might have got the roughing and Fowler might have got the unsportsmanlike, because Fowler was over talking to the referee next to the scores bench. It's the only thing I'm basing what I'm saying by.
Which, by rules, he does not have the right to do. Only the captain can talk, and that would be Joe Fianacca. If you're not a captain, you're not supposed to get involved in the discussions.
Right. Wayne and I will be back with more on the in-between period show after this. Batavia has a 1-0 lead. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA.
Are you longing for the perfect escape from those February blues?
Bingo!
Escape to Cinemax and get away from it all. Follow Meryl Streep and Robert Redford on a journey out of Africa. Thumb a ride with The Hitcher or My Chauffeur. And gear up with Goldie Hawn in Wildcats.
All right!
There's one-of-a-kind laughs from Chris Elliott and The Comedy Experiment. And a high-steppin' musical from James Cagney and the Classic Collection. In February alone, you'll have over 100 programs to choose from. Call your cable operator now and get in on some real entertainment. Cinemax.
Correctly, Tom Barrasso, when he's on his game for the Buffalo Sabres, handles the puck very well. Probably the best in the NHL. That is rookie Ron Hextall, the Philadelphia Flyers. I'll guarantee you, within 3 years, he is going to score a couple of goals in the NHL. Whether the goaltender's pulled, he can get a shot down on goal with something on it from his own crease. And, you know, if the puck bounces or something, it can go in the net, or, of course, when they pull the goaltender. But what I'm trying to say is that really can help the team if the goaltender is sure to get it out of the zone, which those two goaltenders are. So far, Palladori has not exhibited that tonight.
And that's a risky business. If you decide that you're going to do this, you better get it out of the zone, or at least out of the rink. You better do something with it. You better not clear it right back to a player, and that's what Palladori is doing.
Out of the rink, and you might wind up in the penalty box.
Yeah, that's true, too. But if you make it look good.
Although here at the Lakeshore Arena, as we've mentioned it each time we've been here, in case you've missed it, the glass portion, actually an arena should come all the way to the ends of each bench, and then the benches should be open. Well, here at Lakeshore, you have the rounded corner, and the glass comes out just out of the rounded bend, and then it's wide open all the way down the other side, except for where the scorekeepers sit. So it's not very difficult to shoot a puck out of here on the far side, so they might be a little more lenient towards it.
Plus, on this side, the side that we're on, it's lower than Batavia, much lower.
Wayne, I think coming into this period, Batavia is going to be 2 men short for the next 55 seconds. I think it's going to be very key for Batavia right here and now. The game could be, the momentum of the game could be decided right here, what Batavia is going to do with this. If they can kill this off, that means they've killed off two-men penalties against them, and that can give them a big lift.
Yes, I think it is important. I think this could determine the game right here. You let Gage Charlie come back and score. Now we've got a brand new game. We got 2 periods, basically 30 minutes. But Batavia kills it off. Who knows, maybe the referees will see fit to call the next infraction against Gage Charlie. Batavia will go on the power play and come right back with a goal and make it 2-0. So it could go either way, and I think you're right. This is a critical part of the game. And I'm sure they're discussing that.
You know, it's interesting. You look at the nets here at Lakeshore, and I mentioned this last game, and there's a little bit of a space, and as we're looking at it across the way, you could fit a puck under there if you hit it just right. I mean, if you put a puck that really zinged in there and hit it just right, you can go right under the net and out the other side, and that can become key. And the nets, I'm surprised Lakeshore doesn't do something about that.
Yeah, if you hit it right along the ice would be the key. You get it up, maybe not, but right along the ice, there's lots of daylight showing. And Batavia comes back out onto the ice now to begin period number 2.
They lead it 1-0, and Wayne and I will be back with the start of the second period after a 60-second timeout. You're listening to 1490 Radio, WBTA in Batavia. Welcome back to the Lakeshore Ice Arenas, and Batavia right off the bat here is going to have to kill off 2-man penalty. Graney and Fowler will start the period in the penalty box for the next 55 seconds each. So a key part of the game right here for Gage Charlie. We're across the way from the benches here at the Lakeshore Ice Arena, and Gage Charlie will be moving from our right to left. They wear white uniforms here at home with the gold, black, and white trim and the black numerals. Same uniforms you'd see on the Boston Bruins at home. Batavia in their navy blues tonight with the white numerals. Same uniforms you'd see on the Toronto Maple Leafs on the road, if you're familiar with the NHL.
Bishop Kearney was in here last night, and they wear exactly the same uniform as Batavia, except for the crest. If I looked out, I thought Batavia was playing.
Not talent-wise, you didn't.
Oh, no. Just a visual check.
If that fooled you, you're in trouble.
They played a good game. They lost to Rush Henrietta 2-1. Rush Henrietta coupled with Greece's loss.
Yeah, Greece lost to Brighton. They're having some problems lately.
And that clinches Division II for Rush Henrietta. 5 of the playoff positions have been determined at this point.
So Gates will start on the power play. Fiola will be at center. Guardario will be on the left wing. The points will be Tarmino and Martel. way over on the right wing boards, and I cannot pick up his number because Gates does not have their number on their sleeves. But he's way over with his rear end right up against the boards. And now Ted Lesh is killing it for Batavia. Tarmino takes it into the Batavia zone. He's ridden off the puck by Prey. Gets it back to the point to Guadaderio. Guadaderio fans on it. Lesh tries to get it out. Prey's got it, and he'll get it out of the zone for Batavia. Now he's going to rag it and lose a little bit of time, and now shoot it down the ice. 32 seconds left in the Gates Charli two-man power play. Martel starts it out for Gates. Left wing pass Guadaderio. The puck's knocked off his stick. Fiola tries to cut in. He's taken down by Schrader. Now trying to take it on the right wing boards is Guadaderio into the corner for Fiola. Fiola back to the point to Tarmino. Tarmino now leads it to Martel. Back to Martino. Martino for Gates Charli. Back forward left point Martel. He winds up with the shot. Luplow makes a nice arm save. And Lesh tries to get it out of the zone. And I think there's going to be another Batavia penalty on Dave Prey with 3 seconds left in the penalties to Graney and Fowler. But one of the Gates Charli players went down in front of the net, and it's going to be holding against either Schrader or Prey. It's going to be Dave Prey, so his penalty will not start for 3 seconds.
All right, this will be basically a one-man advantage for a minute and a half. Minute and 47 with a two-man advantage for 3 seconds.
Fowler or Graney can come out of the box, and I'm sure it'll be Fowler.
Whoever
in 3 seconds.
Whoever the initial penalty was called on, that's going to tell us.
No, they have a choice.
Do they?
Yes,
okay.
they have a choice.
In that case, it will still be Fowler.
Because they were called at the same time in the game. Fowler will come out of the box. Fiola will go for the draw against Moretto to the right of Luplow. And it goes into the corner. They try to get rid of it. Frisbee has it to Moretto, and Fowler's back on the ice. Batavia one man short. Left wing pass for Fowler. It goes into the zone, and now Gates tries to get it out the other way. Fiola at center ice. Fiola up over the blue line. Fiola to the right wing boards. Frisbee takes his down. Now Wormley will try to shoot it out. It's loose in front of the net, but nobody's home. Moretto tries to get rid of it. He can't do it. A shot by Martel is wide. Rizzo on the left wing boards. Back to Guadaderio. Guadaderio on the boards is being hounded by Frisbee in front of the net. Martel, he tries to get a shot at Luplow. That goes wide. Now Martel has it in front of the net. That's blocked by Frisbee. And Frisbee will shoot it out on the boards. Moretto can't get it out of the zone. Now Gates Charli, and it's going to be a hand pass, and now Graney will be able to come out of the box. Dave Prey's penalty is not up on the board because they'll hold off on it, Wayne, so we'll have to wait and see. Did you write down the time of his
called
penalty?
At the 52-second mark, so it's 35 and 8 is 43, so there's 47.
Did you add the 3 seconds?
Yes.
Okay. Now they're going to put it up on the board. No, 44 seconds. They didn't add the 3 seconds.
No. Oh, that's right. They're not supposed.
Yes, they are. They've got to add the 3 seconds. Prey's penalty did not start for 3 seconds. But no matter.
Yeah.
And now the faceoff goes down in the Gates Charli zone. Graney tries to chase Moran, and he hammers Moran into the boards. Graney in the right wing corner gets the puck, but finally stolen away, and Gates starts the other way. Martel at center ice. He winds up with a shot, and Luplow steers that to the corner, and Schrader will try to get it out. Schrader hammers Moran. Now to Fiola, or Tarmino rather. His shot is blocked. It comes out of the zone. Teal Fowler might have a break. Fowler coming the other way. Yackel sticks him. Fowler on the right wing boards, and Yackel takes him to the boards, and he loses the puck there. Good defense by Yackel. Now Fowler still trying to get the puck, and Yackel and Fowler are tied up. There's a delayed penalty. And it's going to go against Gates Charli. Now Fowler took a run at Yackel, and he might go with him. Yep, Teal Fowler. There was going to be a power play for Batavia in 4 seconds. But Teal has really taken a lot of garbage all night long, and he decided he wasn't going to take that out of Yackel. And he wound up with a roughing penalty. Both players get roughing.
Yeah, a squandered opportunity there as both Fowler and Yackel go. Obviously, Batavia was going to have the power play because it was a delayed penalty.
Dave Prey has 4 seconds left in his penalty, so Batavia will be only shorthanded for 4 more seconds. And Teal Fowler, in disgust, throws his glove down the penalty box. He knows it, but there's only so much pounding you can take before you fight back. Now Brett Wormley will shoot it behind the net, and now Batavia is back to 1 man short. Both teams a man short. Brett Wormley intercepts the puck down the left wing. Wormley tries to get it over for Lakins, and the puck goes in the skates of Beach. And Beach gets it out to center ice for Martell. Martell has played the whole period so far. He has not been off the ice. He's been on the ice for 3 straight minutes, the whole power play, and now he's still out there.
Well, there was some downtime there. A couple of downtimes.
Now Brett Wormley is taken to the boards, and it's going to be Fideli behind his own net. Fideli for Gates Chilai up to center ice. He comes up to the red line, and he shoots it in. It goes behind the net. Chasing it there is Muselli. And it's Lakins tries to get it out for Batavia, and he does. Fideli will come back to his red line. Now he'll wheel around at center ice, tries to get around Lakins, shoots it off for Beach, and Beach shoots it into the Batavia zone. Schrader takes it now for Brett Wormley. Brett Wormley, a left wing pass for Lakins. Lakins has a break. Lakins cutting in down the left wing boards. He shoots, he scores! A beautiful shot by Steve Lakins as he picked the corner of the net and goes for the puck. And he throws it into the stands to his dad. So that must be a milestone goal for Steve Lakins. And Batavia has taken a 2-0 lead. Lakins got the lead pass. He went down the left wing side, and he fired it just inside the post on Palladori. What a shot by Steve Lakins.
That puck was in and out so quick, I thought he missed.
It went in. It kind of hit the left post, to the left of Palladori, actually the right post, wheeled around the net and came right back out again.
And then Brett Wormley came in and threw it in for good measure. Yeah, let's see what Lakins is up to.
Brett Wormley will get 1 assist on that as he threw it up to Lakins. I believe Schrader was the other man, but I can't be sure. So both teams still a man short, and Pies has his first shift, and he has the puck as he shoots it in for Batavia. Well, they do have an announcement. Scott Schrader got 1 assist. It was kind of mumbled there as Batavia shoots the puck back in. Tarmino tries to get it out. Left wing pass too far, intercepted by Pies. Pies shoots it towards the net. Greg Fianacca can't steer it in the net. Brian Wormley keeps it in. Shoots it around for Pies on the right wing boards. Pies tries to get it in front. He still has the puck in front of the net. Wide open is Fowler, but Palladori came across and made a pad save. Fowler thought he had an easy one, just tap it in, but Palladori came across. It's in front of the net to Pies now, and now finally taking it is Yackel. Yackel starts the other way, and Fowler stops him. It goes down in the zone, and Fiola takes his check into the boards. Now it's behind the net, tries to get it in front of the net. Moran had cut in. Moran back at the point, will shoot it in. And now back to the point, intercepted by Teal Fowler. Fowler, right wing pass for Joe Fianacca. Fianacca for Batavia on the right wing boards, drops it, and intercepted there by Tarmino, and Fianacca takes a check. Now once again, Tarmino gets it out of the zone. Center ice, here's Fiola in his skates, and that looked like it could have been offsides, no call. And it's in front of the net, but it doesn't get there as Luplow got his stick out before the puck got out in front. Graney takes a big hit. And now the puck comes out to the right point. Tarmino, his slap shot, a stick save by Luplow, and Prey gets rid of the rebound. Joe Fianacca takes a double hit and gets the puck out in the process. And there's Palladori, who will shoot it out on the glass, but Fowler almost intercepted it. Batavia is getting wise to that play, and they're going to where it looks like Palladori is going to put the puck. Fowler coming in 2-on-1, and we have a delayed penalty, hitting from behind, and it looks like it's going to go against a Batavia player. Joe Fianacca is going to go ask for an explanation, but he's going to get the penalty, checking from behind.
And the penalty comes at the 5:11 mark, with Batavia leading by a score of 2-0. #100th point
for Steve Lakins. Okay.
Had to put everything together.
And now it's Moretto for Batavia. Tries to get it into the zone, and Martell takes it back. Martell to Tarmino. Tarmino, left wing pass now for Rizzo. Rizzo gets the puck in, but coming back for it is Frisbee. Gates is on the power play. Frisbee to Moretto. Moretto tries to shoot it out of the zone and does. And Palladori will hold on to it. Some of the Batavia fans are not appreciating this refereeing, as Batavia is getting quite a few penalties. Gates has not been called for too many.
3.
And now Schrader takes his check to the ice, and that is Martell. And the puck is shot in. And it'll be Frisbee. Frisbee around the net. It's kept in by Tarmino, and Schrader blocks it to Lesh. Lesh gets it up for Moretto. Moretto one-on-one against Martell. Moretto over the red line, takes it wide, looking for Resch. Moretto shoots it towards the net, and a pad save there by Palladori. Gates Chili Tarmino gets the puck on the left wing boards now for Guadadario. Guadadario and Moretto fighting for the puck into the corner. Now Lesh has it in the face-off circle. Lesh still trying to get a shot towards the net, can't do it. 24 seconds left in the Gates power play. They start out near the blue line. Now coming in is Martell. His shot, and he might have grazed the goalpost on it. Frisbee tries to get it out. It's kept in by Gates Chili. That shot is wide, and now Batavia comes the other way. It's Tresco with Wormley. Tresco down the right wing boards. Tresco moving in, and the puck slides off his stick. Wormley will go get it. Wormley tries to stuff it. Wormley in front of the net. Leaves it for Brian Wormley. He winds up with a shot. That's blocked. Batavia back to full strength. Tresco has his stick held as he dumps it into the corner. And now, once again, Tresco behind the net. Tresco leaves it for Brett Wormley. And now Moran intercepts, gets it on the left wing side to Yackel. And Yackel is taken out of the play by Lakins, and it's Prey. Prey, left wing pass for Brian Wormley up over the red line, and Wormley will shoot it in. Palladori will save it and shoot it around the boards, where Tresco intercepts for Batavia. And now Gates gets it out to center ice. They would at a 2-on-1 break. Yackel skates down the left wing boards. Yackel, and he goes to the corner. He tries to get it in front, but Lakins picks it off. Lakins for Batavia. Lakins has a breakaway. Lakins moving against Palladori, who comes out of that. He scores! And it finally cost Palladori coming out of that net. He's been doing it all game long. And Steve Lakins and Palladori ran into each other. Palladori went down. Lakins just persevered, got the puck in the net, and Batavia leads it 3-0.
Really, Lakins had the puck roll on him. He lost it at the last second, but somehow managed just to get just enough on it to get it by Palladori. It trickled into the net, and the goal comes at the 7:27 mark. Lakins' second of the game, is 10th of the season, and 101st point.
So Batavia leads it 3-0 here as they're looking for their first Monroe County championship. Teal Fowler will go to center with Fianacca and Graney. And now it's Joe Fianacca for the Ice Devils up over the blue line. Down the right wing side, Fianacca shot, and that's gloved by Palladori. With 7:25 left to go here in the second period, still 3-0.
Now Batavia is doing what they have to do. They've been very tough on defense so far. They've been carrying the play to Gates Chili, despite a very inordinate unevenness of penalties being called. Not saying unfair, just basically uneven. Face-off will come to the left of Palladori. Teal Fowler's line on for Batavia. The draw comes back to Fianacca. The shot, and it's saved. Out in front, Fowler giving it to Fianacca. And it comes back to the blue line. Frisbee keeps it in. Frisbee with Fianacca behind the net. Fowler, Fianacca. Fianacca centering it for Graney, and it's picked off by Martell. And Martell skates back for Gates Chili. Martell has Guadadario on the right wing. It goes to Fiola on the right wing. Martell, and it's picked up by Fowler. Fowler, a nice steal of the puck. Leads it up ahead for Fred Graney. Too far for him. It goes all the way back to the goal line. Icing is waved off. Paul?
And now Graney gets it behind the net, stolen away by Beach. Kept in now by Frisbee. Frisbee behind the net, and Graney will take it. Graney on the right wing boards. Graney leaves it for Teal Fowler. He shoots it in front, and that's knocked away by Fiola. Fiola tries to get the puck out, but Schrader has it at the point, shoots it towards the net, deflected. Fianacca leaves it for Graney. Graney, the backhand drive, goes wide. And now Guadadario will try to clear it for Gates Chili, and does. Out to center ice. And knocked off his skates is Martell by Schrader. And now Fianacca knocked his check down, and that is tripping. He stuck a leg out. The Batavia fans don't like it, but anytime a player gets a leg out like that, you'll get a tripping penalty every single time.
Yeah, that was a fine call. I have no problem with that.
3-0 with 6:20 left to go in the second period. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA.
Combo, HBO and Cinemax, the perfect cable match to light a February fire. With big-name entertainers, big screen excitement, the classics, the comics, plus one-of-a-kind events you'll only find on HBO and Cinemax.
You're looking good.
So call your cable company and strike the match, the HBO Cinemax Combo. Hurry, because February's a short month, right?
Right.
Charlotte once again on the power play as we are back here at the Lakeshore Arena. 1:08 left to go in their power play. They trail 3-0 to Batavia. Batavia's been killing penalties quite a bit this evening, and they still have a 3-0 lead. Pies for the Ice Devils at center ice, just shoots it in. So they'll go behind the net, and Moran will start it out for Gates Chilai. Moran, a right wing pass. Pies tries to intercept and can't do it. It comes up to center ice to Martel. Martel against Prey. He goes wide against Prey. Prey knocks him off the puck, and Brian Wormley gets rid of the puck out of the zone. So Batavia doing an absolutely stellar job of killing penalties tonight. Pelladori shoots it up to center ice to Martel, gets it back for Moran, intercepted by Lesh. Lesh for the Ice Devils, leaves it for Moretto. He's got a break. Moretto moving in, he shoots and he shot it wide. And now it's Ted Lesh on the right wing boards, leaves it for Moretto. Moretto tries to get in the front of the net for Lesh, but Fiola intercepts. Fiola will start back, and there's going to be a penalty, a hooking penalty, and it's going to go against Gates Chilai. This time it's going to go against Guadadario.
I was just going to write down Ted Lesh. I just assumed they called it against Batavia. Anyway, Guadadario will go for hooking. And that comes at the 9:54 mark. So Batavia's got a power play for 1 minute and 14 seconds after we play 4 aside for 16 seconds. 3-0, Batavia leads. 2 goals by Lakins, 1 by Brett Wormley.
So the face-off will be to the right of the goaltender. Brett Wormley has it now on the left wing boards. Lakins is taken down in front of the net, no call. Brett Wormley behind the net is ridden off, and now Gates Chilai, and Lakins goes into the corner and hammers his check and gets the puck. Good play by Lakins, but it's intercepted finally by Fiola. Batavia now on the power play. Joe Fianacca is out at center ice, and he stays on. Fiola up over the blue line. Frisbee rides him off the play, and Lakins will wind it up behind his own net. Here comes Steve Lakins, has 2 goals tonight, and Lakins is hammered at the blue line, and a nice check by Fiola. And now it's Joe Fianacca. Fianacca loses it at the blue line. Fiola comes back for Gates Chilai, and he gets rid of the puck into the Batavia bench with 4:26 left to go here in the second period. 50 seconds left in the Batavia power play. They lead it 3-0.
Again, Fiola could have, I think, played it out, and he took a tough way out by sending it into the bench, and that results in a face-off in the Gates Chilai end.
And Lakins now gets it back for Teal Fowler at the right point. He tried to slide it through towards Brett Wormley. Behind the net now Joe Fianacca. Fianacca in front for Lakins. Lakins has it back for Fianacca. Fianacca in the left wing corner for Batavia. Back to the point for Frisbee. Back into the left corner for Fianacca. Back to the left point for Frisbee. His shot. And Lakins deflected it wide. And Fiola will start back for Gates Chilai, and Martella would add a break, but Frisbee intercepted it. Brett Wormley for Batavia tries to cut in, but had it knocked off his stick by Tarmino, and Wormley and a Gates player, it looked like they hooked skates and they went to the ice. Batavia's Teal Fowler at the red line. Fowler starts back for the Ice Devils, and he had his head down but got it up just in time, and Fiola knocked him down, and there's going to be a penalty against Fiola. Boy, he got the worst of that collision. Fowler saw him just in time, and now Batavia is going to get a penalty. It's going to be a charge against Fiola. He came from a long ways to hit Teal Fowler, and Batavia might have got too many men on the ice to go with it.
That's a possibility. Illegal substitution. So in other words, when the goalie came off, something happened.
Well, no, they're not going to call it. What happened, I guess in that situation, if you go on early for the goalie, they blow the whistle right away and have a center ice face-off. So Batavia will have a 2-man advantage for the next 2 seconds.
At the 11:22 mark, Fiola for charging.
And now Brian Wormley, Batavia with a 1-man advantage. Right wing pass for Fowler. Now gets it up for Brett Wormley, who shoots it into the zone, and Rizzo comes back. Rizzo for Gates Chilai. Tries to wheel around, and he fell down. I don't know if Lakins got a piece of him or not. Brian Wormley shot in the pad, saved by Pelladori, and Gates Chilai gets rid of it the other way. Darryl Luplow will hold the puck for Brian Wormley. Brian Wormley for the Ice Devils. Wormley will try to get it out. Left wing pass for Joe Fianacca. Now for Lakins. Lakins for Batavia leads it out. Lakins at center ice to the blue line. Lakins drops it for Fowler. Fowler leads it across for Fianacca in the slot. Fianacca walks in, and a pad save. They try to get the puck out, and they do. Teal Fowler back at center ice for Batavia. Fowler winds it up at center ice to the red line to Brian Wormley, and Brian Wormley shoots it into the zone. Joe Fianacca will chase it. And Brett Wormley intercepts it on the left wing boards. Brett Wormley for Batavia. He tries to go behind the net with Lakins. Brett Wormley still with the puck. Leaves it for Lakins. Back for Wormley, and he couldn't get a shot. Fowler backhand drive in front for Lakins. And he tried to deflect it toward the net and could not do it. And Palladori tries to get it out. Intercepted Brett Wormley. He winds up with the shot. He hit the post.
Solidly.
And that puck went all the way out. He had Palladori beaten cleanly. Lakins for Batavia. Right wing pass for Teal Fowler. Leaves it for Joe Fianacca, and the puck goes into the stands as Gates Charlotte comes back to full strength. 3-0 Batavia. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA. 7 including Roach. And we're back here at the Lakeshore Ice Arena where the Ice Devils lead 3-0 with 1:56 left to go here in the second period. Greg Fianacca on the left wing boards tries to keep it in for Batavia and does. Moretto has it. Moretto looking for Lesh in front. Lesh's backhand drive goes wide. Lesh gets it back though. Lesh back to the point for Schrader. Schrader now around for Frisbee. Frisbee wheels around and shoots it towards the net. And now Fiola tries to go the other way. Moretto has it. Moretto in front of the net to Greg Fianacca. He deflected it to Palladori. Palladori made an easy save. Now it's Ted Lesh back at his own blue line. Leaves it for Schrader, and his shot is blocked. And Gates Charlotte will come the other way. It's going to be Martell. Martell to the blue line. Martell can't get around Frisbee, and Frisbee starts to rush the other way to Greg Fianacca. Too far. Moran intercepts and just shoots it into the Batavia zone. With 1:14 left to go here in the second period, and Schrader shoots it into the Gates Charlotte bench. 3-0, the Ice Devils with the lead. 1:11 left to go here in the period.
There's a nice play on that 2-on-1. Frisbee just standing his ground and poke checking the puck away. Excellent play. 3-0, Batavia leads with 1:11 to go, making it 16-11 to go in the game. But who's counting?
Teal Fowler with Joe Fianacca and Fred Graney out on the ice right now. And Brian Wormley gets the puck, backhands it to Joe Fianacca. Joe Fianacca at center ice. Fianacca is taken out by Moran, but he gets it to Fowler. Fowler in front of the net to Graney, but he's well covered. And Brian Wormley comes back to the center ice for Batavia. The puck is shot in, a delayed offsides, but Gates gets it out. Dave Frey, left wing pass for Graney. Graney dances around one, but Moran picks the puck off of him. And Rizzo starts the other way for Gates Charlotte. Teal Fowler takes him down. Moran now for Gates Charlotte. Less than a minute left to go here in the second period. Joe Fianacca keeps the puck in, and Moran hauls him down. There's a delayed penalty. And Moran is going to go for holding. Teal Fowler gets out of there as Gates takes the extra shot at him, trying to get Teal Fowler to get the penalty, but he gets out of there very wisely. It's going to be holding. It's going to go against Moran, so Batavia will be on the power play for the rest of this period unless they score.
Time of the penalty, 14:24, 36 seconds remaining.
So Fowler comes out with Joe Fianacca and Brett Wormley.
By the way, the game at Batavia this week is Mooney against Brockport, I believe.
Not going to be a biggie.
We'll be there.
It will be for them.
No,
but,
we know we will not be there.
Lakins, a left wing pass for Joe Fianacca, who gets it in over the blue line. Batavia on the power play. Back for Lakins. Lakins moves in, leaves it for Brett Wormley. Brett Wormley behind the net. Wormley tries to get it in front of the net. Nobody there, and Palladori deflected it on top of the net, and the faceoff should be to his left, as he's the one who deflected it there. Had a Batavia player put it there, it would have come outside the zone.
As far as anybody knows, it's going to be the first time that a league game not involving Batavia is played in Batavia. Mooney will be looking for their first win of the year.
Greece has been a team that's been faltering lately. They were hanging right in there with Rush Henrietta for a while.
Well, that race is over. Rush Henrietta.
Exactly. They've clinched it, and Batavia, if they hold on for one more period, will clinch the other division. Lakins behind his own net, left wing pass, Joe Fianacca. Fianacca for the Ice Devils. Now to Lakins. Lakins up over the red line. He winds up with a shot, and it's a pad save by Palladori. And that's the end of the second period with the score. Batavia 3, Gates Charlotte nothing. Let's take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA.
The workaday world of the word processor. Endlessly challenging, physically demanding, emotionally stimulating, unbearable, without the quiet release waiting after hours.
Rowe County Championship ever. They lead it 3-0 over Gates Chili, and they're on the power play for the next 54 seconds. Teal Fowler wins the draw, but Fiola gets it for Gates Chili, and now for Martell. His slap shot goes wide. Steve Lakins behind his own net for the Ice Devils. Now gets it for Frisbee. Frisbee gave it to Martell in the slot. He walks in, the shot, and he scores! I don't think Frisbee saw Martell sitting right there in a slot, and Martell with a shorthanded goal. Another shorthanded goal against Batavia, and it is now 3-1 in favor of the Ice Devils.
Well, that's exactly what Batavia didn't want to do, Paul. They didn't want to give up a shorthanded goal, especially this early. Their lead is still 2 goals for Martell. That is his 23rd goal of the season.
And it comes shorthanded, so Luplow's a little upset with himself, but Martell can gun it. And he just walked in down the slot uncontested, and he sure did gun it. Really, Luplow didn't have a chance. Now Brett Wormley for Batavia, leaves it for Lakins. Lakins at the blue line. Lakins cuts in. Lakins did not see Fowler, leaves it for Brett Wormley, and the puck goes up and hits the rafters. With 14:32 left to go here in the third period, 3-1 Batavia. A tie will not clinch anything. They have to get a win. 2 ties will clinch it, but
2 ties,
not
yes.
1. And I was talking to Coach Setzer before the game, and he says, I do not want to have this carry over. I want to finish this right here and now. And I don't blame him in the least. And now it's Lakins behind the net. He takes down Tarmino. Gates Chili tries to get it out, and they can't get it out of the zone. And now Gates Chili tries to get it out of the zone, and it's a delayed offside. It's Tarmino. Tarmino for Gates Chili. Left wing pass is too far for Martell. And icing is waved off, and now Gates Chili is back to full strength. Joe Fianacca, left wing pass is too far, and Tarmino will just dump it back in the zone, and Luplow very carefully sticks it to the corner for Frisbee. And that puck came right out in front of the net, the slap shot, and it was blocked by Martell. Martell blocked his own player's shot, and Moran keeps it in for Gates Chili. That's the second one Batavia's coughed up in the slot this period. And this period is not even 2 minutes old yet. Now Fiola, backhand pass is intercepted by Brett Wormley. He'll start it out the other way. Brett Wormley to center ice to the blue line. Wormley tries to get in for Batavia. Avoids one check. He's behind the net. Finally is taken down, and Lakins gets it in front of the net for Fianacca too far. And now Martell was very smartly checked by Joe Fianacca, and that avoided a break. With 13:23 left to go here in the third period, 3-1, Batavia leads it.
Batavia giving up that early goal 15 seconds into the period, getting Gates Chili, maybe giving them just a bit of a lift. Gates Chili in a battle for 4th place, so this is their first game of the positional round. And with Pittsford's tie the other night against Geneseo, Pittsford moved 1 point ahead of Gates Chili in the standings. So Gates Chili's got something to prove. They want to finish 4th. That's the highest they could finish.
They have a long road to hold, though, to do it. They got some help from Geneseo when Geneseo beat Aquinas last Saturday. Otherwise, Aquinas could have caught Gates Chili before this was all over. And now Chili tries to shoot it around, intercepted by Greg Fianacca in front of the net. Moreno, but Palladori gets rid of it as he stick-checked the puck to the corner. And now 4 players dive into the corner after the puck, and Gates Chili comes up with it. Out to center ice is Rizzo. Rizzo to the red line. A right wing pass too far for Fideli. Fideli and Brian Wormley will go for the puck, and Schrader is taken out of the play by Rizzo. It's behind the net to Fideli, and Fideli sidesteps Moretto. Fideli on the left wing boards, and it'll be Ted Lesh coming back for Batavia. Left wing pass for Greg Fianacca. Tries to get it up for Schrader, and it was broken up. And now it's Moretto. He winds up with a shot, but Palladori with the kick save. Lesh in front of the net, and it doesn't get through to Greg Fianacca. Back to the point for Brian Wormley. Brian Wormley just shoots the puck. It hit the netting up over the glass. That should have been whistled down. It is.
And it's a very slow whistle.
Come outside of the zone. I don't think the referee was sure if it hit up there. They might have glanced over to the other referee to see if it should be called.
12:25 to go in the game. 3-1, Batavia leads.
And the Fowler line now comes out with Graney and Joe Fianacca. Frisbee and Prey on the points. And they get the puck into the zone, but now gotten right out again. Prey at center ice, into the middle for Joe Fianacca. Tips it for Graney, intercepted by Martell. Martell for Gates Chilai. Sidesteps Prey for Fiola. Fiola winds up with a shot and a good pad save down there by Luplow. Now Gates Chilai tries to carry on behind the net. They try to get it in front of the net, but Joe Fianacca with some good back checking broke that up. Back to the point, Guadadario. And Joe Fianacca now has two players open, but couldn't get it to Graney. Graney and Fowler had broken, and they both would have had a 2-on-0 had the puck gotten up there. Now it's Dave Prey for the Ice Devils, into the middle for Frisbee, gets it for Joe Fianacca. Fianacca to the red line, and Fowler is offsides. Fianacca would have walked in as Teal Fowler drew a crowd. Both defensemen went to him, and they wheeled him around and knocked him off sides. Had they not, Joe Fianacca would have a clear lane to the net.
Yes, he surely would have. Fianacca struggled to get back onside, but couldn't do it. He was pushed over the line.
Fowler.
11:44 to go. 3-1 Batavia.
Lakins back out there with Tresco and Brett Wormley. Lakins gets it to Brett Wormley, and a slap shot goes wide as he stepped in. Taormino can't get it out. Brian Wormley tries to keep it in. He had to take down his check, otherwise Martell would have had a break. And Brian Wormley is going to go to the penalty box for interference with 11:34 left in the third period. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to High School Hockey on WBTA.
In America.
20 years ago, I came to this town. I had less than $43 million in my pocket. Now, I own all this.
INC is the company that cares about people.
For 15 years of service. A Timex.
INC employees are bright.
I'm 35 years old. I'm the head of this division. I'm not the head of this division because I'm a moron. I got the head of this division because I'm not a moron.
Friendly.
Morning, Frank.
And dedicated.
Oh,
This place is totally bananas.
Danny DeVito, Eddie Albert, and Judge Reinhold are all bucking for the head office.
I love this business.
And right now, Batavia is a man short. Gates Chilai right off the faceoff tries to get it into the zone. Taormino, and it's a delayed offsides with 1:11 left to go in the Batavia penalty.
Well, Batavia controlled it basically for 19 seconds. Batavia has seen a lot of penalty action, although this is their first penalty of this period.
And now Lesh will race Taormino for the puck, and Taormino just got there in time. Left wing pass for Fideli. Now it's in front of the net, and it's too far in there for Muselli, and Batavia gets rid of it out of the zone.
Just barely stayed in, almost went out right in front of us.
And now Greg Fianacca almost intercepted that pass by Palladori. If I was a Gates, and now Lesh does intercept it. Lesh walking in, puts a weak shot at Palladori, now is hauled down, and no call on Fiola comes the other way for Gates Chilai. Greg Fianacca intercepts it. Now Martell loses it to Greg Fianacca, and he tries to get it in the zone, but Taormino makes a save, and Ted Lesh will just shoot it in. He's tired. He's going to come to the bench, and Teal Fowler will take his place. Taormino, a left wing pass intercepted by Fowler. Fowler right in front of the penalty box, and Martell will take him out. Fowler will shoot it in, and was it a delayed offside, or might have hit one of the Gates players as the puck went by with 20 seconds left in the man advantage for Gates Chilai.
I believe that's what it was. It did hit one of the, went up along the bench area. That's why the immediate whistle. 10:24 remaining in the game. Aquinas plays Fairport immediately after this.
Teal Fowler will go for the draw, and it's finally gotten out, and Frisbee will take it for Batavia and shoot it out. Frisbee gets it out of the zone. It'll be held there by Palladori, the goaltender, and coming out the other way is Beach. Beach, a left wing pass for Gates Chilai, and Fowler almost intercepts it, gets it up for Fideli, and Batavia gets it out of the zone. Fowler to the red line. Fowler comes up to the Gates blue line, winds up with a slap shot, but it's blocked down there by Beach. And Fowler and Beach go to the ice. Fowler tried to get it in front of the net for Graney. Batavia back to full strength. Back to the point now for Frisbee. Is knocked away, and Yackel comes the other way, 2-on-2. Yackel just shoots the puck in for Rizzo. Rizzo going to the boards with Havens. Havens hasn't been on a lot lately. And now Havens fighting for the puck with Rizzo. It came in front of the net, nobody there. Joe Fianacca will lead it the other way for Batavia. Fianacca to the red line, to the blue line. Fianacca tries to cut in and does, and he shot it wide as his stick was just knocked as he went to shoot it. A good rush, though, by Joe Fianacca. And now Batavia will try to get the puck on the boards. Fowler is tied up with a Gates player. And with 9:24 left to go in the game, let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school hockey on WBTA. And Gates controls the puck off the faceoff. A shot goes over the top of the net. Luplow steers it to the corner, and now Schrader, right wing pass for Brett Wormley, gets it up for Tresco to center ice, but he couldn't control the pass. And Gates Charli will come the other way and shoot it in. Scott Schrader for the Ice Devils takes a hit from Fiola. Now leaves it for Lakins. Lakins for Batavia for Tresco. Tresco can't get it out of the... Yes, he does get it out of the zone. Tarmino couldn't keep it in. Gates Charli back in his own zone for Martel. Martel tries to get around Prey. Martel now stops at the blue line, winds up with the slap shot, and Luplow will hold down with Prey right there taking his man out. And Wayne, I think sometimes Martel wants to take that slap shot a little too much. He could have walked in on the left side. He had Prey beaten, and he stopped, wheeled around, and wound up with the slap shot. And he does have an excellent slap shot, but you can't use it all the time.
No, and you're right. He had some ice. He could have gone another good 10 feet.
And he can skate well. Which means even if he had that ice, he could have even taken more advantage of it.
Face-off will be to the right of goalkeeper Darryl Luplow.
And now Benton out on the ice with Pies and Jakubowski. Benton and Jakubowski, it's their first shift back to the point to Moran, but he fluttered it wide. The puck stood up on him. Gates Charli in the corner. Fiola, he has a pass skip over his stick. He has it on the right wing boards. Brian Wormley tries to get in there now. Wide open Martel, and I think he hit the crossbar with it. It looked like it hit the crossbar. Luplow got a piece of it. It looked like it came up and hit that bar. And now Batavia trying to get the puck out. Jakubowski does finally get it out for Batavia. Tarmino just shoots it in on the right wing boards, but Frisbee intercepts for Batavia. Frisbee starts out for the Ice Devils with late offsides. Right wing pass too far for Benton. And now Batavia will chase it. Tarmino, Benton. And Tarmino gets it around the boards. Jakubowski can't cut off the pass. Guadadario has it for Gates Charli on the right wing boards. He tries to get it out and does. It comes to center ice to Fiola, who will shoot it up to Martel. Martel, who is hanging up at the blue line. He can't get anywhere, though, because Frisbee had him covered, and Batavia shoots it down the ice. And with 7:40 left to go in the game, they still lead it by a score of 3-1.
And we played 7:20 of this last period. Gates Charli scoring the first goal at the 15-second mark when Martel stole the puck on a pass by Frisbee. And now with 7:40 to go, we've got a change of lines for both teams. The Yackel line on for Gates Charli.
Lesh gets the draw back for Prey, and Beach tries to keep it in for Gates Charli. It's a bouncing puck. Rizzo and Moretto finally gets the puck to Lesh. Lesh tries to drive to center ice, but 3 Gates players took him down. And now Greg Fianacca against Moran into the corner. Moran doesn't have a stick in front of the net, but Moretto could not tip it in. And Moran wants a face-off because he's a defenseman without a stick. He's trying to get that face-off. Batavia tries to dig it loose. It's in front of the net now. A backhand drive by Moretto, but Palladori came out to make the save. The puck is still loose. Moran still looking for a stick. He's going to try to run it across the boards there. He can't freeze it, and now it's back to Prey. Prey's shot is blocked. And now Schrader keeps it in for Batavia. One of the forwards should give Moran a stick. You don't want a defenseman without a stick. Lesh in the slot. His shot is blocked. Now Moran tries to fall on it, and Palladori finally will.
Well, the Lesh line putting on a lot of pressure, being aided by the fact that Moran did not have a stick for a good 30 seconds. We're down to 6:46 to play in the game. Batavia continues to hold a 2-goal lead at 3-1.
Well, that's what an inexperience will do for you. In the NHL, if you see a defenseman without a stick, a forward will always flip him a stick immediately, whether it's a left-handed curve, right-handed. You always want your defenseman with sticks. And it's easier for a forward to get to the bench than it is a defenseman to get a new stick.
Because they're in deep at that point,
right.
The defenseman, and the forwards are at least out towards the blue line. And considering the Gates Charli bench is on that side, it would have been a much easier thing.
Now Teal Fowler shot one towards the net. It's blocked. He has it on the right wing boards. Tries to get it in front to Graney. It's intercepted, and Fiola comes the other way. Fiola gets around Frisbee, but he has his pass intercepted by Frisbee. And now Martell comes the other way. Brian Wormley just shoots it around the net for Joe Fianacca. Fianacca tries to go the other way, leaves it for Frisbee. Frisbee leads the attack for Batavia. He can get it out, yes. And now Graney has it over the blue line. Graney for Batavia. Walks in. The shot, and Palladori missed it, but it went over the top of the net. It appeared he might have had Palladori beat on that one, but it went over the top. Now Brian Wormley for Batavia. Graney tries to keep it in and does. Into the corner for Joe Fianacca. Fianacca tried to put it in front of the net, but Fowler wasn't there. Fowler was back checking the other way. Batavia does not want to get caught here in this last 6 minutes as they have a 2-goal lead. Now Brian Wormley tries to shoot it in for Batavia, and they leave it behind the net. Teal Fowler intercepts in front for Fianacca, too far. Fianacca tries to get it back in front of the net, and we have some calls coming. Teal Fowler went into the crease, so the faceoff will come outside the zone. 5:44 left to go here in the third period.
Crease violation. 3-1, Batavia leads. Steve Lakins with a pair of goals. Brett Wormley with a goal. Batavia scored the first 3. And Gates Chilai scored the last goal at 3-1 at 15 seconds into this period.
Lakins, Brett Wormley, and Tresco with Schrader and Dave Prey on the points. Lakins comes to center ice against Yackel. And the faceoff comes into the zone. Gates Chilai will just shoot it out to center ice where Dave Prey intercepts. Prey for Batavia, leaves it for Tresco. Tresco shoots it into the zone. Beach now will take it off the stick of goaltender Palladori. Beach behind his own net. Tresco will chase him there, takes him out of the play nicely. And Gates Chilai on the right wing boards, up to center ice, intercepted by Prey. Prey for Batavia. He'll shoot it in, and Palladori makes a pad save. Beach, left wing pass for Rizzo. Rizzo, too far for Yackel, and Prey can't handle it either. And Prey comes back in his own zone for Batavia. Prey has his pass intercepted by Fideli, and here comes Lakins. Lakins leads the attack for Tresco. Tresco down the left wing boards. Tresco up over the blue line for Batavia. Tresco on the left wing boards, tries to drop it back for Dave Prey and does. Prey back in for Lakins. Lakins got across for Schrader, and did he keep it in? He did. Brett Wormley now for Batavia into the corner, fighting for the puck with Moran. Lakins intercepts on the right wing boards. In for Brett Wormley in front of the net. The backhand drive goes over the top. It was deflected. So Brett Wormley cut in, but had his shot deflected. Gates Chilai shoots it down the ice, and with 4:36 left to go, they are called for icing. So Batavia, Wayne, doing what they want to do here with 4.5 minutes left. Just keep the pressure on. Gates is not going to score from their own end.
That's right. They're playing very good, disciplined hockey right now, keeping the puck, getting their defenders back at the red line, and not trying to keep the puck in as much. You don't need the goals. The big thing is you want to prevent Gates Chilai from scoring goals.
We'll try to get some of the players as they come off the ice for the post-game show here, if we can. Now, Lesh tries to get the puck in front, and Havens keeps it in for Batavia. Tarmino will just shoot it out for Gates Chilai. Tarmino, right wing pass for Fiola. Fiola tries to cut in for Gates Chilai, and Frisbee hauls him down, no call. Now a turnaround shot in there by Marcelli is wide. And Moretto goes for the puck on the boards to Lesh. Lesh gets it out for Greg Fianacca, who has a break against Tarmino, and Tarmino gets back and knocks it off his stick at the laid off sides on Batavia with 4:06 left to go here in the third period.
Fianacca had the puck rolling on him again. Never really had good control of it, even though it was a breakaway. That slowed him down and enabled Tarmino to come back and knock it away and force the offside.
Probably the only thing that's going to stop us from getting these interviews is these security people. If I can convince them that, yes, I can go down there.
Well, why don't you go down with about a minute to go? That might if I
go
help.
via the Batavia route, Nancy will let me through. And now Tarmino for Gates Chilai, intercepted by Moretto. Moretto for the Ice Devils on the left wing boards in front of the net. Greg Fianacca tries to get it in front and can't do it. And it's the other way, left wing pass for Fiola. Fiola's ridden off the play nicely by Schrader, and a delayed penalty against Schrader for some reason. Back to the point, to the rebound, and nice save by Luplow. And Schrader's going to get a penalty for high sticking. Whoa, that is kind of a weak call, Wayne. I think Schrader just took his man out, and I didn't see the stick come up at all.
Well, one thing good, that'll allow Batavia to ice the puck. 11:18 the time of the penalty. It's only the second penalty of the period. Brian Wormley at 3:26 and Schrader at 11:18. Last night in the McQuaid-Irondequoit game, I do not believe a penalty was called in the third period of the 2-2 tie.
And we have a 30-second timeout by one of the teams here. I would imagine Gates-Charli, because they've had Fiola, they've had Martell, they've had Tarmino on the ice for most of the last 2 periods. So I think they want to give them a rest for this power play. Gates sees this as their chance to get back in the game on the power play. Really it is. And Darryl Luplow has played very well in goal for Batavia.
It's going to be a tough last 3:42, I think. Going to see some action, I'm sure, in front of the Batavia net as Gates-Charli will pull out all the stops. We may see them pull their goalkeeper. That is a possibility. Maybe a bit early now. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little early now, I think.
And back out onto the ice. Gates-Charli with a man advantage for the next minute and a half. When it's all over, there'll be just, if there's no score, there'll be just a little over 2 minutes to go in the game.
Well, this is Gates-Charli's chance. I think if they don't score here, they're going to be in some deep trouble. Batavia playing a very fine hockey game here at Lakeshore. Probably the best game they've played all year here at Lakeshore. And the puck is shot down for Graney, but the goaltender comes out. Now Fowler intercepts. He's got the goaltender Palladori out. Walks in. Fowler the shot and the save by Palladori. Backing up and still made a pad save. And now Gates-Charli tries to come the other way. Prey slips. Walking in is the Guadario, and the puck is knocked off his stick neatly by Frisbee. Guadario almost had a break. Now it goes the other way. Fowler's got a break. Fowler a breakaway for Batavia. Walks in, and a fine stick check by Palladori. Palladori knocked it off Fowler's stick, and Gates comes the other way. Fowler has a broken stick. Here's Fiola on the right wing boards. Fiola shoots it behind the net for Gates-Charli. And now Fowler tries to get it on the right wing boards, can't do it. Muselli has it in front of the net, intercepted by Fowler. Now Frisbee gets it up to center ice, and Graney has a breakaway. Graney for Batavia walking in. He goes in, and Palladori makes a pad save, and the net's off his moorings. They haven't called it. And Graney is hit a couple of times, and let's see, the referee is looking in there and yelling at Graney for some reason.
Well, Palladori has stopped 3 breakaways.
It's working for Batavia, but I'm a little surprised they're hanging a man out at center ice while they're killing a penalty with a 2-goal lead, although they are getting breakaways out of it.
There's 29 seconds to go in the penalty. And what's the discussion here?
Well, some folks decided to see if they could get Teal Fowler's goat over there, and Martell leads the charge.
And Fowler is going to go to the bench.
For some reason, they want that broken stick. I don't know why. There was a broken stick that wound up in 2 pieces in different places over on the other side, and the referee, maybe at different arenas, you have to collect the broken sticks so they aren't
hanging. It's an aluminum stick, Paul.
Okay.
Therefore, they want the shaft.
Well, no, the shaft is broken in half, so there's nothing they can do with it. They might want the end of it, the end that you stick on it, instead of the shaft. The shaft costs quite a bit of money. That's something you don't want to break, which is what Teal Fowler did. He broke the shaft of the aluminum stick, but he can save the blade.
Now Moretto and Lesh were both in the face-off circle together. Now they push Moretto back.
28 seconds left in the Gates power play, although Batavia's had the better chances. Lesh tries to cut in. Lesh around 2 men, around Moran, cutting in the shot. He shot it wide. And Moran will just try to get it out. Prey at the blue line. Prey for Batavia in front of the net. Lesh has it. Lesh tries to shoot it, and he shoots it wide. And now Gates-Charli comes the other way to the red line. Here's Rizzo, tries to get around Prey. Rizzo takes Prey to the boards. Brian Wormley is taken down there by Fideli. And Moretto with the puck. He fanned down at Batavia back to full strength. Gates-Charli tries to get it in front of the net, and Moretto starts back. Batavia with a break. Moretto looking for Brett Wormley at the blue line, gets it to him, and Wormley is hauled down by Tarmino. Moretto carries on his shot. The rebound bounces over Lesh's stick. And for the second time in 2 games, Tarmino, with less than 2 minutes, is going to take a penalty and pretty much end Gates-Charli's hopes of coming back.
Well, the time of the penalty is the 13:04 mark. Minute 56 remaining in the game. So if there are no goals scored, Batavia will have a man advantage up until the 26-second mark to go. Well, that was a great penalty killing effort. Batavia must have outshot Gates 6-1 on that penalty, being shorthanded.
Well, maybe that's why I'm not a coach, because they took a lot of chances, but it worked for Batavia.
And the couple chances that Gates had were because everybody was up ice.
You know, I wouldn't think you'd want men hanging out at center ice when you're killing a penalty with a 2-goal lead, but it worked very nicely for Batavia, so you can't knock it. And now Teal Fowler leaves it for Frisbee. Back for Fowler, and Fowler will shoot it in for Batavia around the boards to Joe Fianacca. He leaves it for Frisbee. Frisbee shoots it into the corner for Fianacca. Fianacca looks for the puck, back for Frisbee. Now he turns around, gets it into the corner for Brett Wormley. Brett Wormley in front of the net, had his pass blocked by Paladorio. And then Lakins went through the crease, and the faceoff will come outside the zone.
Minute and 32 to go. Power play for the next minute and 6 seconds. The crowd of Batavia fans chanting BHS here as the countdown to victory is about to begin.
Lakins goes for the face-off and gets it back to Frisbee. Frisbee on the left wing boards now for Fianacca. Joe Fianacca tries to cut in, and he is hauled down, and now Gates Chili will just shoot it out the boards the other way. Now Fowler looking for the puck, and he can't get it as he's ridden off the boards by Fiola. It's around the right wing boards where Martell will keep it in for Gates Chili. He just shoots it towards the net. Frisbee behind his own net. 1 minute before Batavia picks up their first Monroe County Championship ever. Now Frisbee comes back on a 3-on-1. Frisbee for Batavia to the blue line. Leaves it for Brett Wormley. Tries to get a shot in front. Fianacca the shot. It didn't get in somehow. And he takes a cross check in front of the net from Martell. He's slow in getting up, and he's hit again. This time Martell's going to go. Brett Wormley tries to cut in front of the net. Can't do it. A delayed penalty, and Martell... and he's through for the evening. He got a cross-checking penalty, and he's going to argue it, of course, but he argues every penalty he gets, doesn't he?
Yes, Carl Martell likes to have his say. So now Batavia with a 2-man advantage for the next 15 seconds, and then a man advantage, providing they don't score for the remainder of the game. 41 seconds to go. Now, where are the Irondequoit fans? Bring them on. Where are they? I don't see any over there.
Well, they preserved their undefeated season. I guess that was the point of that exercise.
Yeah. And now Batavia's called timeout. 3-1 lead to protect for 41 seconds. A game against Irondequoit on Saturday. We'll be there at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're listening to high school hockey on 1490 Radio, WBTA in Batavia.
And the Ice Devils are over at their bench talking things over. With 41 seconds left to go here in the third period. They'll have a 2-man advantage for the next 15 seconds and a power play for the rest of the game unless they net a couple of goals. So now's the time that you got to keep your heads, no suspensions. Don't, you know, Gates Chili is going to come after you. There's no question about it, although their 2 main offenders are already in the penalty box. But you just gotta think, well, we've got the playoffs coming up, and I can't afford to take a silly fight or something like that. And they're just going to have to take some welts on their back is about what it amounts to.
Any game misconduct penalty would mean Batavia would be shorthanded that man at the game against Irondequoit, which within 41 seconds will not mean anything. And then the opening round against Geneseo next Tuesday night, that's here at Lakeshore. Geneseo playing excellent hockey. And they were talking about that last night. No easy ride. The easy ride's going to be the next round, allegedly.
Well, Batavia beat Geneseo last time out 8-4, but they had a 4-0 lead, and all of a sudden we're tied up 4-4 in the second period.
Yes, and they scored the 4 goals like in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Batavia did to win it.
Yes, right.
And now Lakins tries to get the draw, can't do it. Gates Chili with the puck, and they'll just shoot it down the ice. Muselli. 33 seconds left to go. Schrader for Batavia behind his own net. Schrader for the Ice Devils. A right wing pass for Fowler. Fowler leads the attack. 1 man comes back on for Gates Chili. Fowler, right wing pass for Brett Wormley. Moran hits him. Brett Wormley tries to get around. Brett Wormley tries to get it in front of the net for Lakins. Lakins has it, looking for that hat trick, but he shot it wide. Lakins has had a fine game tonight. 11 seconds left. Fianacca in the corner for Batavia. Fianacca still with it. Tries to get in front of the net for Lakins. In front for Brett Wormley. He scores! With 3 seconds left to go, Batavia leads it 4-1, and they have clinched their first Monroe County Championship ever as they will beat Gates Chili tonight.
And they do it quite impressively. It's going to be a 4-1 win. The goal coming at the 14:57 mark as Brett Wormley capped off a very good season with the goal at the 14:57 mark. It's now 4-1 as Paul Hamilton makes his way downstairs trying to catch the Ice Devils as they come off the ice. Congratulating them on their season of clinching the championship. And now the Ice Devils go out to center ice. And the puck is dropped. 2 seconds, 1 second. Moretto ends the season, and the Ice Devils have clinched the Monroe County Hockey League Division I title. The first time ever. And they mob goalkeeper Darrell Luplow as Tony Graber comes out to get the puck. As the Ice Devils are celebrating in front of their own net, Batavia clinches it. The game against Irondequoit becomes meaningless as tonight's festivities set up last night by the McQuaid-Irondequoit 2-2 tie. The Ice Devils beat Gates Chili 4-1 to clinch the Monroe County West Championship. We'll be back with the post-game show in just a moment. You're listening to High School Hockey on 1490 Radio, WBTA. Hello, gentlemen. Are you there?
Cinemax has something new under the sun, the star.
Victory over the Gates Chili Spartans and have beaten the Spartans for the third time this year. Gates' only goal on a giveaway in front of the net, 15 seconds into the third and final period, and that made it 3-1. Batavia played excellent hockey in the third period, keeping Gates away from the Batavia net as much as possible. Brett Wormley climaxed the scoring at 14:57 with his second goal of the game. And Steve Lakins also with 2 goals in the game. The Ice Devils coming off, they carried Coach Ron Setzer to the doorway. So Batavia will be seeded #1 in the playoffs. Will play Geneseo next Tuesday night in the opening round here at Lakeshore. The #8 team in Division I will be the Ice Devils' opponents. And after that, it'll be on to a Division II team. Paul Hamilton is down below, and he has Steve Lakins with him. Paul?
Okay, Wayne Fuller, we're down here, and Batavia has won their first championship. Let's start with Steve Lakins, a couple of goals. And Steve, I think your 100th career point. Your feeling on winning your first championship here?
I think we're going to have a good chance. It's the best chance we've had in the 3 years I've been here.
What do you think the key for Batavia was tonight?
Oh, defense just changed around superior. They've been really good. They changed it really around.
How about your goals tonight? Why don't you describe them if you can remember offhand?
The first one, I guess Brett saw me going down the left side. He fed it up to me, and I moved in and just took a quick shot to get it off on Polidori, and I don't know how it went in.
That second goal, it seemed like you just got it inside the post. Did you know you got to pick the corners on him?
No, I just tried to collide into him just to see what I could get.
Is this kind of fun? You play with Batavia now for 4 years. I mean, is this kind of the icing on the cake finally to win one?
Oh, yeah. As soon as we get the Section 5 championship, that's what's going to put the icing on the cake.
Steve, good luck in the championships.
Thank you.
Steve Lakins, and now Scott Schrader, one of the co-captains. And Scott, we can get you on a mat over here. Your thoughts on finally winning it?
Well, it's great feeling. We came out, we played really intense tonight in a close checking game. That's what we wanted to do, and it worked for us. We're really happy.
Do you think you were in a bit of a slump there? You had to really earn your victory against Gates Chili on Saturday. Do you think that finally brought the team back together again to play the way you can play?
Yeah, it's really starting to help us out. We're really getting close now. We want sectionals really bad. Championships on our mind.
Now, how many years have you played in the varsity?
This is my 3rd year.
So what is your feeling right off the bat, finally winning it after 3 hard years?
It's a relief, I'll tell you. We've been working hard the past 3 years. We come so close, but we finally did it.
You know, sometimes when I sit here in Lakeshore, I don't think Batavia gets a lot of respect sometimes, and I think finally they got to realize Batavia's for real. I mean, you guys have been coming, and finally you're on top.
Yeah, we're for real, believe it. We win this. It's a tough building for us to play in at Lakeshore for some reason. The ice isn't as quick, but we really worked hard tonight and we earned it.
What about the Irondequoit game now? It means something to the fact that they beat you badly last time. You're 1-1 against them. It doesn't mean anything in the league. How are you guys going to approach that game?
We're going to be going all out for that game. We decided to take one game at a time. Gates. Now we're thinking Irondequoit. We want them bad. They embarrassed us last time, if say anything. We're a better team than that.
Scott, congratulations. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thanks a lot.
Scott Schrader, and I got to see if Brian Wormley stayed with me or not here. He was out here. And I guess he went to the locker room, so we'll take it. How about Tony Graber? He didn't play, but he's another senior here. I've been trying to get as many seniors, and Tony, Mark Moreto's over there too. We can haul him over here. Your thoughts on winning the championship finally after 4 long years?
Yeah, 4 years, and you know, we've come as close as you can come, but I guess this year we just had that little extra. You know, we got hard workers all over the place, guys willing to practice all the time, and you know, we're on top finally. I'll hand it over to Mark. He's got a little more sweat on him than I do.
Mark, one of the co-captains, and Mark, a fine game for Batavia tonight. What are your thoughts on finally winning it?
Well, the whole year we went out and we took it, and we're ready for this game, and we're ready for Irondequoit too.
What was the difference tonight, did you feel? Did you guys start coming together as a team against Gates the last time? It was a harder win in Batavia. They were on you the whole time, but you played real well tonight. Do you think that's what did it for you?
Well, this week in practice, we practiced hard. We got our heads together, and we were ready tonight. And we got things together, and we did it.
How's the team going to look at that Irondequoit game? I mean, you're 1-1 against them. They beat you rather badly here at Lakeshore last time, but it doesn't mean anything in the standings right now. So how's the team going to approach it, do you think?
The team is going to approach it. We're going to go out and we're going to jump all over the top of them. We're ready for them this time, and we got something to prove. They whooped on us up here, and we're going to whoop on them this time.
You guys got a few haircuts on the sides there. Those help?
It took a little bit of weight off so we can move a little faster, but...
Mark, killing penalties tonight. You guys were great at it, and you were 2 men short a couple of times, and even at the end there, you guys had more chances when you were shorthanded than they had. What was the key in killing penalties tonight?
Well, just basically the second half of the year we've been playing an aggressive box compared to a tight box. We go after the guys more, and that seems to stir them up a little. Usually they're used to just waiting they're usually just used to having time to set it up. But we're jumping all over the top of them and just confusing them.
Mark, thank you, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Mark Moreto and Tony Graber, and Coach Setzer is right there. Mark, if you could grab them. As might as well get the coach's thoughts on this as we're live here. Coach, your immediate thoughts on winning your first championship here?
Well, my immediate thoughts are just kind of come down to earth. I'm really pleased for the kids. It's really exciting, you know. This is I told the kids tonight when we went out after the first period, I said, boys, you got a chance to be history now, you know. This is your chance. You win 2 periods and you got some history made. And they went out and I thought played very well. I thought we were pressed pretty hard with the officiating. It seemed to be awfully tight. We had to earn everything every step of the way, but they did. And I'm just really proud, and it's really exciting. You know?
It was such great penalty killing. I think that was the key to winning the game, maybe. Yeah. It kept your guys awake.
Our penalty killers did a super job, and you're right. It kept us thinking. Everybody really played well defensively tonight. We really stressed that we were going to make sure, you know, our big offensive lines and Lakin's line, which normally is up there looking to break away with a puck, they were coming back and they were talking defense and everything. I was really pleased with this kind of effort.
You know, on a whole, your kids kept their heads tonight. They took a lot of sticks. They took a lot of checks. Gates was out to get their goats tonight, and I thought they kept their heads very well on a whole.
That they did, and as I said, I couldn't ask them to play a more disciplined game than they did, and in this situation, I think they came through very well. And you know, I'm just pleased, and we had a nice contingent of Batavia fans here tonight, and we really appreciate that. I hope we get a whole bunch of people out Saturday. That's a big game for us. We're not taking that lightly, and I know Irondequoit's going to come out smoking. So, you know, we're just glad to win the championship, but it doesn't end here. We've got to go on.
So even though in the standings it doesn't mean anything, you'd still like to win the series against Irondequoit this year?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, that's our big rivalry, you know, and they're going to want to win it. We're going to want to win it, and we're going to go out and play with everything we've got because we feel that we've got to set a tone for ourselves going into the playoffs and into the, you know, we're in the state championships now because of this, and so this is what sets the tone, the way we go out and play Saturday. We can't slack off and just say, well, we got in, now we just rest. There's no rest for the weary.
Okay, before you leave, let's touch on that briefly. If you win the league championships, you get a berth into the state finals. Is that the idea?
Yes, we automatically, by winning this division championship, are assured of at least either an at-large, or if we win the sectional, we'll be the sectional representative, and then with this one, we'd at least be the at-large representative. So this is very important to win this, because even if for some reason we should be eliminated in a playoff game, we're not eliminated from the state playdown. So, you know, we start our playoffs next Tuesday night here against Geneseo, and we want to get things going on Saturday.
Coach Setzer, we have your captain behind you, Joe Fianaka, and we'll pull him in before we go away here. Another senior. Joe, 4 long years of waiting. Your thoughts on finally winning it?
Feels great. It's hard to express right now. I can't wait till Saturday, though. I want to get around to Coit for pride.
I was going to say that. That doesn't mean anything in the standings, but you guys still seem like you're going to be up for that game.
Yeah, I think so. I think this game lifted our spirits. We played a pretty good game here. We haven't played good here all year. And Saturday we play at Brockport against Irondequoit. We're ready for this game coming up. Even though it doesn't mean right now, but this is for pride.
You know, the team, I thought, held their heads very well tonight. You guys took a lot of sticks. You took some sticks in there. They were going after you guys, and you guys kept your heads very well, I thought, tonight.
Yeah, I thought so, too. I shouldn't say this, but I kind of think the refs didn't ref the best game that, somebody could have refed. And they seemed like that we did take a lot of shots that could have been called, but I thought we held our heads in there pretty good.
Did you kind of think that almost kept your guys' heads in the game, killing all those penalties? I mean, there was no time to relax. You guys were always kind of on edge, having to kill penalties.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We have a lot of guys that can kill penalties. Almost every guy on our team could probably kill penalties if they had to. So that kept everybody moving. We were either on a power play or killing penalties, and it was a really good game.
Joe, you had a little bit of a slide, and then against Gates Charli at home against at Batavia on Saturday, you guys really worked hard for that win. I mean, it looked like you were starting to come out of it, and I think tonight you showed you are out of it. Did getting a hard-earned win like that really help the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think Gates I feel they're one of the better teams in the league. These last two games that we played them, they've been tough games, and I think they're going to really get us pumped for Irondequoit Saturday.
Joe, thanks a lot, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thanks a lot. We're going to be there. Watch it.
Joe Fianacca of the Ice Devils, and we'll be back with more in the post-game show after this. You're listening to High School Hockey on WBTA.